right, we're catching up with Double Fine Productions here at E3. Final little dash before you're leaving for the airport, Matt. Thanks for letting us talk to you. You've got hack and slash here in the IndieCade corner. That's one of those Amnesia Fortnights, the games that actually got to be a game finally coming out. Well, can you tell us about that game? What is it for those who weren't part of the Amnesia Fortnight experience?
Yeah, so hack and slash is it kind of takes a classic action adventure game, heavily influenced by Zelda, and it adds a lot of hacking mechanics. So it teaches players how to reverse engineer the game to solve puzzles. We kind of have a curriculum that we put you through to teach you actually how to hack, and that's how things are solved.
So that's a funny word pun. Is that how the game was born? That word pun?
I think it was just a convenient thing that came out of wanting to make a hacking game, and that name just working for it.
It's got a beautiful art style. Obviously, it feels like, looks like the old school Zelda game married with sort of the look of some of the new ones, but in a different twist. What can you tell us about the artwork and what's gone into that?
Yeah, sure. So the art really is one of our artists' name is Raz. He's been at the studio since Psychonauts and Mark Hamer, and really it's about like finding an opportunity for Raz to create art like he normally would create. So he's always kind of replicating other people's art for other games, but Brandon Dillon, the project lead, wanted to give Raz an opportunity to create art in his own style. So we kind of let him go wild, and this is kind of what Raz came up with.
Because that's one of the beauties of what Double Fine is today. It's a studio where a lot of people get to sort of have their creativity juices flow and sort of be lead on a project and be instrumental to it, and that's very much a different approach to game development than perhaps in the past.
Yeah, we have a very flat hierarchy. We don't have a lot of management, and we give everybody opportunities to be creative because there's not only one person who has creative ideas. So when we have our Amnesia Fortnight things every year, anybody can pitch an idea. So we always think that it's possible to have a good idea.
And the crowd gets to decide what's a good idea or not, right?
That's right. Usually I'm usually surprised sometimes with what they choose. Other times we know that that's the great idea to make, for sure.
So one game it came out originally of Amnesia Fortnight before you even took it public. Yeah. Custom Quest. Now you're making the sequel. What can you tell us about that, and why did you want to return to Custom Quest?
This is our first real sequel. We normally don't do sequels, but it was such a great game, and it's something that really resonated with our fans, and Tim really loved the game a lot, and so we had the opportunity to make a sequel to the game, and so we went for it. And we had some things we really weren't able to do for the first game, and so we were able to kind of improve upon what we had already established.
Am I right in assuming that you reacquired the rights for it as well, so it's yours now, right?
Yeah, with THQ getting out of gaming, we were able to get the IP back, and it's great to have it back, for sure. Because
that's the way you like to work these days, right? You want to, because you've gotten caught up in some of that sort of political stuff with some of your games in the past. Now, it's better to have control over it yourself?
It's, in this day and age, it's really uncommon for developers to retain IP. It's something that usually every deal the developer ends up losing IP, and it's something that's where a lot of our, it's a lot of value in that for us, and we want to have creative control over it, so we really try to make every opportunity to retain our IP.
And I think that's something that fans really love about Double Fine as well. You really, when you have the rights to it, you really try to bring it out across platforms, going to new places with them, it's of course it's for business. You want to make money so you can make more games, but also it's fan service to be able to port things like Brutal Legend was ported, and you were able to do that at a later date.
We want to make sure it's available for everybody we possibly can, so we try to release all our games on every platform under the sun so everybody has an opportunity to play the games.
So, I gotta ask, how did it come to be that Grim Fandango is making a comeback on console? We saw it at the Sony press conference. How did that come to be?
Sony was really excited about working with us to get the rights to use it. Tim's always wanted to work on bringing Grim Fandango to a modern audience, and so Sony was gracious enough to give us that opportunity.
I'm really happy about it, certainly, and I think a lot of it's one of those games that at times it's been hard to find a version that's playable on the computers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. I think they brought out a collection a few years back that was actually playable, and I think you can play it on Windows 8 today. Maybe, I don't know.
No, I think
Not.
it has not been possible. I think
I got the collection. You're telling me that I need to roll back to the Windows 7 or XP? What?
You know, it might be wrapped in some way where you can play it. But no, I think to play it the right way, we're going to do some work to make sure it's the best possible version. Yeah.
Are you touching anything of it? Because it's one of those classics. You don't really want to touch it, do you? I mean, in terms of what the game offers.
You know, we're looking for opportunities to make it run at native resolutions and just to be. Just to take advantage of some modern technology, but we're trying to keep it as pure to the original game as possible. Just maybe tuning some things like the controls and whatnot, just so it plays as well as it possibly can.
So, hack and slash coming out. When do you plan to release that?
So hack and slash is available in early access on Steam right now, and then the final version of it will be available in September.
All right. And when's the next Amnesia Fortnight planned for?
We're still figuring that out, but we'll definitely be announcing that in the future.
All right. Shortly. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you.